They don't knock. They don't ask for permission. They simply enter, quietly, invisibly, patiently. And before you know it, your peace is disturbed. Nightmares, sudden anger, constant arguments, unexplained fears. You think it's just stress? But something darker may be lurking. There are 3 simple, everyday habits. Things you may be doing right now that secretly attract Jinn into your home. And the worst part? Most Muslims do these things daily without realizing how spiritually dangerous they are. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, warned us repeatedly about how Jinn operate. And the Quran speaks clearly in Surah Al-Jinn about their ability to see us while we cannot see them. Indeed, he, Shaitan, sees you, he and his tribe, from where you do not see them. Surah Al-Araf 7:27. You could be living with them right now, sharing your home, your space, and even your thoughts with beings who do not want good for you, and you're doing it because of habits you didn't even know were dangerous. This is not superstition. It's not folklore. It's real, and it's happening in more homes than you can imagine. Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Voice of Sunnah, where we uncover the hidden truths of our deen and bring you back to the protection of Allah. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button. Your support fuels us to bring you even more valuable content. Trust me, you don't want to miss what we've got in store. If you're not already subscribed, now's the time. Activate the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we drop new videos packed with powerful insights into the Islamic faith. Share this with your loved ones and leave a comment below to let us know your thoughts. Your feedback means everything to us. Thank you for being here, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Comment: I want to protect my home from Jinn if you're serious. Most ignore this until it's too late. You may think your home is safe because your doors are locked. But spiritually, your home might be wide open. Jinn don't enter through doors. They enter through neglect. When a home is filled with music, images, foul speech, or is void of the remembrance of Allah, it becomes like an abandoned fortress, unguarded, exposed, weak, and the Jinn, they are drawn to this like wolves to a wounded lamb. Allah tells us clearly, and there were men from mankind who sought refuge in men from the Jinn, so they only increased them in burden. Surah Al-Jinn 72:6. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us in many hadith to say Bismillah when entering our homes and before eating, because if you don't, the Jinn are invited to enter and eat with you. He, peace and blessings be upon him, said, when a man enters his house and mentions Allah's name when entering and when eating, Shaitan says, you have no place to stay and no dinner. But if he enters and doesn't mention Allah, Shaitan says, you have lodging. And if he doesn't mention Allah at mealtime, Shaitan says, you have lodging and dinner. Muslim. Now let me tell you something that might shake you. A sister once reached out in tears. Her children began waking up screaming at night. She saw shadows moving, whispers in the dark. Doctors said it was stress, but her house had changed. Why? Her husband had recently brought home sculptures and hung them for decoration, unaware that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, forbade images of living beings in homes, as angels do not enter such homes, and where angels don't enter, Jinn do. She cleaned her home spiritually. She removed the images. She played Surah Al-Baqarah, and peace returned. Your home is either a fortress of angels or a playground for jinn. Comment, I believe in the unseen if you know this is real. Ignoring this knowledge could invite something you'll regret. You might think it's harmless, just background music while you cook, or a few decorative photos on the wall. But in the unseen world, these small things scream like an open invitation to the jinn. Let's start with music. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, warned us that music is one of the tools of shaitan. It softens the heart away from the remembrance of Allah, clouds your mind, and creates an atmosphere that welcomes shayatin. And worse, shaitan dances and rejoices where music is played. Ibn al-Qayyim said, music is the Quran of shaitan. It's his dawah, calling souls into heedlessness, and of the people is he who buys the amusement of speech to mislead others from the way of Allah. Surah Luqman 31:6. Many scholars interpreted amusement of speech as music and singing that diverts people from the truth. Now combine that with images of faces, statues, and hanging photographs, and you've turned your home into a space where even angels refuse to enter. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The angels do not enter a house in which there is a dog or images." Sahih Bukhari. Without angels, who remains? Let me tell you a true story. A young man emailed our channel terrified. He said strange things kept happening in his home, doors opening by themselves, footsteps upstairs when everyone was downstairs, sleep paralysis every few nights. He thought it was just stress. Until one night, he played music late while scrolling through videos. He dozed off and woke up gasping for breath, seeing a shadow at the edge of his bed. After consulting a scholar, he was advised to remove all images of living beings, delete the music files, and recite Ayatul Kursi and Surah Al-Baqarah regularly. The disturbances stopped within days. Music and images aren't just personal choices, they're spiritual doors. Either you lock them to the jinn, or you leave them wide open. Comment, I will purify my home if you're removing these. That playlist might be your silent invitation to shayatin. You step through your door every day. But here's the question. Who steps in with you? You may think it's just you, but in the unseen realm, there may be an uninvited guest, unless you shut the door with a name. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, gave us a chilling but powerful warning. When a man enters his house and mentions Allah upon entering and upon eating, the shaitan says, "You have no place to stay and no dinner." But if he enters and does not mention Allah, the shaitan says, "You have found a place to stay." And if he does not mention Allah when he eats, shaitan says, "You have found a place to stay and dinner." Sahih Muslim, Subhanallah. With just one forgotten word, Bismillah, you open your home and your table to those who whisper in the dark. Let me tell you a real story. A couple reached out with a terrifying concern. Every night for weeks, their 4-year-old daughter would wake up screaming. She'd cry about dark figures and voices that scared her. Doctors said it was just nightmares. But one night, her father noticed that the screaming happened most often on days when he forgot to say Bismillah before entering the house. He started making it a habit before unlocking the door. Bismillah as he stepped inside. Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. They began playing Surah Al-Baqarah often, and within 3 days, the nightmares stopped. The home felt lighter, and their daughter slept through the night for the first time in weeks. Brothers and sisters, Shaitan isn't just outside. He waits at the door hoping for one thing, that you forget the name of Allah when you walk in. A home without dhikr is like a door without a lock. You protect your valuables with keys, bolts, and passwords. But what about your soul? Your family? Comment. I will say, Bismillah every time I enter to seal your home from the unseen. Every door you open without Bismillah might open to more than just air. Have you ever wondered why nightmares keep haunting some people? Why some wake up feeling suffocated, paralyzed, or fearful despite locking every door in the house? It's because you may have locked your doors, but left your soul wide open. Every night, as the world sleeps, the unseen realm awakens. And without protection, you're like a house with the lights off and the door open, an easy target. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, did not go to sleep like most people do today. He didn't just lie down and close his eyes. He would recite powerful du'as, make dhikr, and call upon Allah's names. And at the center of his night routine was Ayatul Kursi. Whoever recites Ayatul Kursi before sleeping, Allah will appoint a guardian over him, and no shaitan will approach him until morning. Sahih al-Bukhari. This verse from Surah Al-Baqarah 2:255 is not just a verse, it's the throne of protection that shields the believer from harm. But that's not all. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, would also recite Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas, the chapters of seeking refuge. These surahs are your spiritual shields from envy, black magic, evil whispers, Jinn attacks. He, peace and blessings be upon him, would blow into his hands, recite these surahs, and wipe over his body before sleeping every single night. Now let me tell you a true story. A brother named Hamza used to suffer terrifying sleep paralysis. He'd feel something pressing on his chest, unable to move or speak. Doctors gave no explanation, but then an imam advised him to recite Ayatul Kursi, Surah Falaq, and Surah Nas before bed, and make sincere dua seeking Allah's protection. The attacks stopped. Peace returned to his nights, and for the first time in years, Hamza said, I sleep like a child again, knowing angels stand guard. You see, brothers and sisters, you're never more vulnerable than when you sleep. Your body rests, but your soul travels. Your awareness fades, but the unseen watches. What's guarding you in that moment? Let this sink in. Sleeping without dua or Ayatul Kursi is like stepping into the battlefield, unarmed. Tonight, change that. Comment, I will never sleep without dua again. Let the angels record your intention and your soul rest easy. You're most vulnerable at night. What's guarding your soul? Let's be honest. Most people don't take this seriously. They scroll past videos like this. They hear the warnings, but they say, I'm too tired tonight. It's just superstition. I'll start tomorrow. But Shaitan doesn't wait. The unseen world doesn't pause for your laziness, nor do Jinn care if you're too tired to say Bismillah. Many people believe that as long as they can't see it, it doesn't exist. But the Quran reminds us in Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayah 3, the righteous are those who believe in the unseen. The unseen is real, and it affects your real life. That creeping fear at night, the tension in the home, the unexplained illnesses, the sudden anger, the restlessness, all of it might not be random. The greatest trick Shaitan ever pulled was convincing people he wasn't there. And the easiest way to lose protection is to pretend you don't need it. So stop blaming laziness or being modern. You wouldn't sleep in a house without a lock on your door. Then why sleep in a soul without a lock against Jinn? Comment, no more excuses if you're ready to change. Excuses won't protect you from what you can't see. So now you know what invites Jinn into your home. But how do you kick them out and keep them out? The answer lies in the beautiful guidance of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, a plan from the Sunnah itself. Here's your spiritual protection checklist. Start every entry with Bismillah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "When a man enters his house and mentions Allah, the devil says, 'You have no place here.' Muslim, keep your home clean. Jinn are attracted to filth, clutter, and impurity. A tidy space is a shielded space. Play Quran regularly, especially Surah Al-Baqarah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, Satan runs away from the house in which Surah Al-Baqarah is recited. Muslim, remove music, images, and statues. Angels do not enter homes with them. Without angels, who's protecting you? Recite Ayatul Kursi before sleep. This one verse alone is like a spiritual fortress. Do your daily adhkar, morning and evening remembrances. Create a divine force field around your life. Make dua from the heart. Sincerity burns away the veils between you and divine protection. Speak to Allah. Ask Him for safety. Keep wudu before sleeping. It's not just purification, it's armor. These steps aren't just rituals, they're weapons. And in this unseen war, you need to be armed. Comment, I will guard my home with the Sunnah. Only those who prepare will be protected. The rest leave their door wide open. They didn't believe at first. A normal Muslim family, practicing but casual. The kids were always scared at night. Doors slammed without reason, whispers in empty rooms. Sleepless nights turned into terrifying weeks. At first, they blamed stress, then faulty wiring, then nightmares. Until one night, the youngest child woke up screaming, pointing at the corner of the room, saying someone was standing there. Terrified, the parents finally sought help from a trusted imam. His advice? Look at your habits. You may have invited them unknowingly. They began to change, took down images of faces, removed music from the home, started entering with Bismillah, played Surah Al-Baqarah in the evenings, made dua and recited Ayatul Kursi before bed, cleaned their space with sincerity and dhikr. Within 1 week, the changes were undeniable. No more footsteps, no more nightmares, no more fear. In its place, peace, barakah, restful sleep, a home that felt alive with nur. They said, we didn't realize how spiritually polluted our home had become until we felt it pure again. This is real, and it could happen to anyone. Now ask yourself, what if your home is next? What if your change is the shield your family's waiting for? Comment, my home is my amana. If you take this seriously, one change can protect your entire household, or leave it open. Protection isn't a one-time fix. It's a lifestyle. To guard your home and family consistently, you need a simple, practical routine everyone can follow. Here's how you can make it stick. Use reminders. Set phone alarms or sticky notes by the door and bedside as cues to say Bismillah, recite Ayatul Kursi, and make dua before sleep. Involve the family. Teach your children and spouse the importance of these habits. Make it a shared responsibility, turning protection into a source of unity and love. Keep it consistent. The Jinn don't take nights off. Neither should your protection. Consistency strengthens your spiritual shield. Create a simple night checklist. Check. Recite Ayatul Kursi. Make dua before sleeping. Say Bismillah when entering your home. Keep the home clean and free from forbidden images or distractions. By turning these acts into habit, you build an unbreakable barrier against unseen harm. Comment below. I commit to making this my routine if you're ready to protect your home every night. The Jinn don't take nights off. Neither should your protection. What if the very habit you think is harmless is actually your open door to Jinn? A simple action, overlooked every day, could be inviting unseen dangers right into your home. Which habit surprised you the most? Was it playing music, entering without saying Bismillah, or sleeping without protective du'as? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters and can help others protect their homes too. Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us on Voice of Sunnah today. Please comment below your answer. Hit the like button and don't forget to share this video with at least 3 people you care about. Your support helps a lot to spread this crucial message and grow this community of believers. Barakallahu fikum. Remember, only 1% of people know this truth. Be among those who act now and protect their homes before it's too late. Don't wait for regret to knock. Protect your family and your home today, and let the Sunnah guide your way. See you in the next video, and may Allah's peace and protection be upon you always. Comment now. I protect my home from Jinn if you're serious about safety.